other material that you want. So say you only want to mine quantanium and you're getting a bit of copper in there, you'll be able to filter out the copper and the inert material so that you can maximize the quantanium in your bags. There is no refining module on this ship that will be required for the cargo team to take it to a refiner, which is why we talked about working in tandem with the cargo team to actually be able to take the bags as quickly as possible, especially if you're working with volatile material, to a refinery to refine that material.
So you can't go alone in this ship then, without
you can. So you can. I do stress that for people that are just getting into mining, probably work in a team of at least 2 for this bad boy. You can work in a team of 1. If you're
It's
going
just a
to
lot
do
of
that,
work.
do not. Yeah, it's a lot of work, and do not. I wouldn't advise mining anything volatile because it would take too long.
Nothing volatile and nothing on a planet because a wind can blow you, and if there's no one on the controls, then your ship's gonna go everywhere.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I think.
Yeah, just for FYI, if you do go single, you do have to come out of the pilot seat and go down to the miner's seat. And you can't control the ship from the miner's seat, just because I know that's a mistake that I made when I first purchased this. I thought you could control it from the miner's seat because someone said, yes, it's you can one-man it. You can one-man fly it. You can't one-man fly and mine. The mining and flying is separate.
You can if you're very dedicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Oh no,
I
you
solo
can
mine it all
do
the
it.
time.
But, I mean, you have to go between the pilot seat and the miner seat. That's the critical kind of thing I'm kind of leading
A
to.
good quantanium run is about 200 to 300k solo this thing.
And mine this thing at the same time. You do have to switch between the seats.
Any other questions?
I got a little tidbit to add. Really cool note. If you're on the mole, walk backwards and you get down the stairs or the ladders instantly.
Yeah. Every ladder in the game.
Every ladder in the game.
Every ladder.
Not on the cat. It don't work. I tried.
So if there's no other questions, follow me over to the Apex Hall 2.
Where are you? So
I'm the gold armor guy jumping up and down. Hello. Just to the left of the cockpit.
Wait, what's all this stuff around? All of these things.
I'm here.
We'll get to all those.
We'll get to that.
I'm at the clothing place. How do I get to where you were at?
You gotta ride the elevator.
Elevators. Yeah, there's elevators behind it. Take the elevators down, and then once you climb the stairs, take a right, and you're gonna head to Apex Hall 2. Yeah, climbing the banners is fun. You get a pretty cool view from up there.
Yeah, we figured that out because I was just like, hey, I wonder if you can climb the banners. And he's like,
this is so sick.
Yeah, so really aesthetically pleasing. They did really good job on the Expo Hall this year.
They did fantastic.
Like
Overkill.
I'm at a science center. Oh my god. I'm in Alberta or something. Oh my god.
I mean, Alberta.
Okay, boys, we'll start with the brand new ship to the game. The one everyone's been asking about.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, as you guys round the corner here, you're gonna see this weird looking ship. This is, of course, the Consolidated Outland Nomad.
I have that.
So I have information about all the modules, like guns, shields. If you guys want that, just.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll let Dre introduce the ship, and then I'll go into the details as I show them. So Dre, if you want to kick it away on the details of the ship.
So I'll start off with this being the brand new straight to flyable ship in game. You can currently fly this straight off the show floor. You can't rent it, sadly, because they're trying to keep it to people who've purchased it today. But you should be able to fly it if you find one in the verse or you buy it straight up in a pack. So this is the pickup truck of the verse. It has enough room to put an ROC in the back, and we'll get to what an ROC is in a bit. You can't access the cargo bay, quote-unquote cargo bay, from the interior. It's like legitimately a pickup truck. So it is a really unique ship with that it doesn't have landing gear. It actually has hover plates. So it actually hovers above the ground. It doesn't land on the ground. It's a fully livable ship. It's got a bed. It's got, all of the amenities on the inside. And for a light freight, for a starter ship, this is a pretty well-armed light freighter. It's got, like I said, it's got 8 missiles on board. It's got 3 guns, and Drago, I'm sure will tell you what size guns they are. I'll let him do that. And then, along with that, it's got 3 small shields, which is a lot for a small craft. Drago, do you want to mention what the guns are?
So the guns are three, I think, Panther laser repeaters. They're size 2 gimbaled. You can upgrade to them to fixed size 3s and get a pretty good GPS for a starter ship, like you said. And for what you have as a starter ship, it's actually a really good ship.
Yep.
It's even got a
Skip.
window.
Yeah, it's got a little
Uh,
cargo base.
Do you want to
Skip,
just go through the price? I don't think there's an in-game price yet, but there is 2 out-of-game prices. Do you want to just quickly go, Jacob, go over the 2 different packages that are currently available online and what those packages actually entail, just to make sure that people don't make the mistake of purchasing the wrong one. You probably know what I'm alluding to.
I'll go over that real quick if you want. Okay, so the Nomad Starter Pack is basically, it comes with the game, and this is the Warbond variant. I'm going to start with the Warbond, and I'll explain the difference between Warbond and non-Warbond. The Warbond variant is $80 USD, of course. That comes with the skin. This is for the IAE sale specifically. It comes with a black and red skin for it. LTI, which means lifetime insurance. That means you can blow it up a million times on game launch and you'll still have it forever. And it comes with the ship itself. Now, Warbond means you buy it with straight cash. If a ship does not say Warbond, it means you're allowed to buy it with in-store credit from other ships. CCU upgrade it, which means you upgrade one ship to that, and or you use like gift cards or a coupon on it. The difference between Warbond and non-Warbond is Warbond will be cheaper, usually about about $10. Warbond's cheaper for the smaller ships. On the larger ships, Warbond's a couple $100 cheaper. So you gotta keep your eyes on that. But again, Warbond you have to spend straight up money.
Okay, I'm gonna also add just to that one. The big kicker with that one, and I want to make sure that you guys completely understand the difference. The biggest difference between the 2 Warbond and that is the fact that the non-Warbonded version of this isn't LTI. It is only 120 months.
Only.
I think it is.
Only.
Which is
Only.
I mean,
That's
it's a
10
lot.
years.
That's 10 years, but just to make sure that, you know, if you are looking for getting bang for your buck and you don't want to ever have to worry about, you know, replacing this ship as a starter ship, yeah, the 2 difference is one is lifetime insurance and one isn't. And one is a lot more expensive.
I bought this from my brother's account today, the Warbond one.
And
Okay, so-
any questions about the Nomad going forth here?
No.
Yeah.
It's basically a
Oh,
pickup
yes.
truck. Sorry,
If you
sorry.
flip it over, does everything fall out?
No,
no,
it's mag,
so
mag locked to the back.
yeah, so I'm gonna point something out. This will be the same on every ship of human technology. Okay, in the keyword there's human technology. You're gonna see on the ground there's like these stripes, these paneling. This is Meglock. So on different ships it's a different style, but you'll see it on every ship, and it locks things down to the grid. In the future, it's what's gonna allow you to hover cargo, like on the edges and stuff. You'll see these brown triangles. Those will allow you to hover things that are too heavy to lift, and that's how you load and unload ships.
Okay, so I'll
So
quickly
it's like a conveyor?
So basically, you're just gonna turn the gravity off.
It's automatic?
You gotta take
don't
your
have-
suit off.
It'll be automatic, yeah.
It won't even pull up that screen.
Okay, so as you see coming into the interior, you have got a little screen to check your cargo at the back. I
Little
mean,
window.
my little thing I would have liked. So yeah, so if you do click this, you can
Window.
close the cargo bay and open the cargo bay. Then on the left-hand side here is your components, your computers, all that sort of stuff. You can see that in there. As you buy and upgrade, you'll be able to see the difference. EVA Suka is on the left here. Again, you can open and close that.
I also gotta
and
add, the
then
ladder
the
is a
door.
really neat ladder. I love the animation on the ladder and door.
Oh, I think
So-
it's probably
Which one are you
everyone
talking
loves
about?
On the Nomad.
Yeah,
On the Nomad.
yeah. Thank you
What,
to somebody.
what's with
that
the
actually let me know.
landing gear? Why is it like an irregular sort of
Yeah,
gear?
so like I mentioned before, this doesn't have landing gear, it's actually hover plates. So you'll see
Oh.
these triangles. You remember how I mentioned cargo and stuff will be pushed along these triangles? You can actually see them on the bottom of the plates. Those are the hover plates I was talking about. So
Got it.
really, really cool design. I actually really enjoy that. You know, this is kind of a look to the future of some ships that may be coming down the pipeline and stuff, that they don't need to have traditional landing gear. One thing I'll point out to you as we go through the expo, there's some ships that actually have wheels, right? Because they're got the airplane feel to them. Actually, the Mustangs, as we go through here, have wheels for landing gears, which kind of gives you that airplane feel. Yeah, I got you, man.
So
where this is showing you the alien technology that's infused with it, because it has those hover plates, and it's got the next step in science, I guess is the best way to state it.
It's a mix of alien technology and like human technology, similar to like the Misk Reliant series. They're a cross between alien technology and human technology.
I'm just going to quickly just go through the rest of the ships so we can keep going.
How fucking cool the ATTs are. Okay, those are fucking cool.
Just wait. So I just want to continue the rest of it and quickly get through this. So yeah.
What'd you say?
Try to keep comms clear, please, combat.
As we go through the middle here, we've got the bed on the left and your living quarters on the right. The one thing I want to mention, if you are a new player and just watching now, the bed you can log in, log out. So if you are rock mining on a surface and what like that, and you don't want to go sell your cargo right away, this does give you the opportunity to log in, log out of a server and what like that. I'm going to jump in the pilot seat because I want to show you, because I know the guys were pretty excited when they built this ship about the new design. So
yeah, if you guys have a chance, sit down in the HUD, like in the pilot seat, and look at the HUD of the ship. It's a really, really nice design.
It is actually gorgeous.
The Nomad actually comes with a wraparound console, and the difference between this and every other ship so far, this actually is a completely digital display. This display does not come with any toggle switches or like that. The digital display is completely digital and upgradable. If you can see in front of me too, it's not powered on. I don't know if I can power it on. No, it won't power on for me. But it does come with a heads-up display as well, a proper old school heads-up.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Yes, I have a question for you, Dre. So I was flying this thing earlier with the landing gear. I've had some problems with it. So I'm landing, and these will they'll bounce off the ground. So they'll hit the ground and then they'll hover. Are they supposed to just hover?
That is you coming down too hard.
I swear to you, I'm not.
Basically,
it was on a hill.
When you get to the proper height, like once you get to this height off the ground, cut your engines.
What's the animation?
That's the pretty much best way to explain it. What do you mean animation for landing?
Yeah, like is there anything that it does? Like when you take off?
Yeah, I can answer that. Yeah, there is. When you do take off and stuff like that, there is. If you come underneath each of the wing, you can actually see the hydraulics. So there is a hydraulic legs and stuff like that. So if you do come down too quickly, this will react. If you guys have played with the hover speeder bike in the game, it does the same similar thing. If you jump that thing and try to land it quickly, it will crash on the ground. So I do believe that's probably because the hover, whatever the technology isn't able to engage quick enough if you are coming down too quickly. So you do have to hover and then turn the engine off before you come close to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, really solid ship all around though for a starter ship. I'm sure there is a few bugs of note right now, like the elevator, like the rear cargo area. Some people have had issues with it, but CIG is saying that they're working on it currently and should have a fix for it within the next few days here. So it's honestly, I personally really like the design of it. It's a really cool ship, and I think it's a really good starter ship.
I have a question about the elevator. I was rock mining earlier with this ship, and are you not supposed to leave the elevator down when taking off? Because I tried it when with it up, and the rocket glitched through the elevator, and it would pop up and go through the elevator.
Yeah, that's the exact issue I was just stating. They're working on that right now, and they will fix it soon. But if we have no other questions on the Nomad, we're gonna switch our attention to these fighters that are placed around the Nomad.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite starter ship, the Mustangs.
I like the sorry.
So there is actually, I believe, 6 variants of the Mustang. A lot of different variants. The Mustang can range anywhere from a cargo ship to a light fighter to a freaking racing ship. It is a really versatile series. there's pretty much a ship for you no matter what you want to do kind of thing. They have a variant for you. If you want to go around and take a look at all 4 of the Mustangs on display currently, each one of them has a different loadout built for different reasons. The best I can do is if you want a specific like loadout for like if you want to know what the military one has, ask me and I can let you know, or stuff like that, because there is so many different variants. It's hard to describe them all.
When you say variant, does that mean the color or just what it can do?
Nope.
You talking
Nope.
about the
There's
Mustang?
like literal different variants of the ship. So
Do you want to quickly just run through, not going into detail, the different variants?
yeah, I can do that. Give me 1 second here.
Also, if you need any
Think of
info
this
on
ship as like the MRAP of space. So this is the MRAP of military space.
Okay,
what an MRAP
so
is.
starting with the very first model is the Mustang Alpha, which is your cargo variant. Then you have the Beta, which is a Pathfinder. You have the Gamma and the Omega, which are racing ships. The Delta, which is a light fighter, and then the Alpha Vindicator, which is a special Alpha, which is also a light freight. So that's your different variants of the ship.
You forgot about the AMD version.
Yeah, that's the Omega. That's the Omega.
Yeah. The Omega is a racing ship. It's red. It's got a little different wing loadout.
No, there's one that has AMD loaders on it. Like it was a limited thing.
Question.
That's the Omega, yeah.
What's up, man? Whoever said question.
Would these fit inside another ship? Like you could keep them as like a small fighter?
Oh, easily. I can park like 2, maybe 3 of these inside my 890.
What?
Yeah. No, if you think about scale on this game, everything in this room here is labeled small. Like these are the smallest of the small.
Pretty much, yeah. Ash, have you been in an 890?
Only like some parts. I haven't been able to explore all of it.
Well, the Origin Expo will have an 890 here, but I also own an 890. If you want to go fly around in it, let me know. I can pull that out for you and we can go have some fun.
Well, you can also rent it and fly it yourself too.
Yeah, you can rent it and fly yourself at the Origin Expo.
But that's not till
Whatever day Origin's on, I can go check.
Also, Trey and Skip, if you ever need any components for any ships, just let me know.
So should I just go rent everything now and then before tomorrow?
Yep. Because
I would just rent everything.
Yeah, to rent things out. Like the whole point of this is for you to try ships out. Now with the sale, I should specify, when I say sale, I don't mean ships are cheaper. I mean ships are on sale. They are available to buy. With the sale of these weeks, so today was Consolidated Outland, Grey Cat, and Argo. You will be able to buy, unless they're limited sale, you'll be able to buy those ships for the rest of the Expo. And then tomorrow is Aegis. You'll be able to buy the Aegis ships until the end of the Expo. So that's how that works. So you're always able to come back. So try these out, get a feel for them. You know, if you like it and you want to spend the money on it, go for it. If you're thinking, well, maybe I want this ship instead, wait till that ship's Expo, and then try that ship out too, and then you can see which one you like better. That's my advice to you guys.
This Nomad, anybody have it? I can try.
Yeah, there's a few people in the org. Quite a few
yeah.
people.
I have it.
Everybody should have the Nomad
No,
right
a
now.
lot of people have it. Okay.
Okay. Right here, just stare at it then. Thanks, fuck it.
Okay, if you follow me, we're gonna exit this expo hall and go to the Hollow Room, which is my favorite room, just because it's the future of the game. What's the slight problem, Skip?
I fucking can't get out of this thing.
Be careful, I just fell through the.
Did you click
expo
Y?
floor.
Yeah, it won't even let me Y out.
Hold
Press
Y.
Shift U.
Yeah, shift U.
Hey, well, I just fell through the expo.
if it doesn't
If
let
you guys want, Ahmed, if
you-
you want to stop there and everyone collect around Ahmed.
The fuck is going on right now?
you may have to quickly leave, or you backspace maybe.
Yeah, I'll have to might have to backspace and then fucking come back.
I'll let everyone collect around here.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to backspace. Come back.
Okay. While he's backspacing, I can walk you guys through some guns. Come over here to the armament gallery.
You might green one, and it will put you somewhere in the cabbage, I think.
Look at the size of this sucker.
Holy moly.
So, yeah, these are laser weaponry that we're looking at here.
You can buy this?
Yeah, man.
This is a what?
Everything that you can see, you can buy.
So if you click on it, it'll tell you it's a size 6, I believe. I could be wrong.
20.
Put this on any ship? Yo, I'm gonna put this on a ship.
I do believe my turrets on the 890 have size 6 turrets. So this goes on my 890 turret. Yeah.
The 890 has size 6. Are you serious?
Hammerheads have a whole bunch of like these ones on it, which are dirty as
Are
all
these
hell.
kinetic or?
No, these are all laser. I will show you the kinetics. Well, we can walk around the armament gallery while we wait for Skip. Let's head over.
Yeah, I've had to
here.
relog. So yeah, well there's a bit of advice. Don't get in the Mustangs on the floor.
If we come over to me, I'm running across to the other armament gallery.
Also,
Guns look like ships. Like fuck.
Yeah, the server's full do as well, guys.
That looks like a size 7 over there. What in the world?
No, all these are size 6.
Yeah.
I can't buy this.
Sorry, by all these I mean all the large ones are size 6.
Yeah.
So just for comparison, this is a size 6, and Idris has a size 10.
Oh no.
New Perseus is projected to have 4 size 9s.
Yeah.
And also for comparison, the Ares Inferno has a size 7. This is a size 6.
Yeah.
Is someone
Yeah,
else
size 7 would be like double this size.
Someone else do me a massive favor and just be able to leave so I can jump in and then and sit here because we are live. Yeah.
I'll leave. I'll leave. That's fine.
I just said 30k in there, so maybe we'll get
Is it
somebody.
for
to leave.
like the personal?
try
Like
that
I
too.
can shoot this?
If everyone wants to type 30k in comms real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What are you asking? Ash?
Like this little one right here. Like these little first ones.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Just get ready. I'm leaving.
These are on some ships carry small guns like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like I can shoot this as a person.
No, you cannot.
Oh.
FPS weapons, no.
No.
Shit.
The FPS weapons is at the end of the expo. No, these are for ships.
I bought this
All these
one.
are for
Go
ships.
go.
You think you're gonna walk around with a freaking huge ass bloody laser in your hand?
Well, okay, wait. Well, theoretically, so see this minigun I'm standing beside? This is what's on the door of my Valkyries. So you can shoot this by hand, but it has to be mounted.
Yeah.
So could you swap that out with any one of these smaller ones?
Yeah, anyone that's the same size as that, I can put on. So instead of a minigun, I can put on laser guns or whatever.
Oh,
Every ship's completely customized. Oh wow, customized. Oh wow, brain just stopped working. Customized. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give up. Thank you. My brain stopped working there. Customizable. Basically, it goes by size. So it'll be this mount is size 1. So anything that's a size 1 can fit on there. Or a size 4, or whatever size that
So you can
part
put
or
these
component
rockets.
is.
This
I
like
don't know why you would
the
do
tarantula
that, though.
Mark
You're just
II
wasting
cannon.
a size class.
Yep. Anything that's of the same size, you can strap on. So.
Gimbals are a little bit different. So
Yeah.
if you want a weapon to be gimbaled, so if you buy a size 4 gimbal, you can only mount size 3 weapons to that gimbal.
Yeah.
It's size down. So with the exception of size 1 gimbals, because size 1 just matches with size 1 as far as I know. But
It takes
beyond
away
that,
so much
yeah.
freedom. What I don't understand.
But there's a difference, right? Because there's a
Yeah.
completely different behavior of how you fire weapons when they're fixed. And when we say fixed, it means they shoot in one direction versus gimbaled, which allows you to
Leeway.
basically, yeah, you have so much leeway. And yeah, you don't have to be directly looking at the target in order to actually shoot and engage the target.
How do
There's a
you
little,
use
little zone, you would call it.
Gimbals have almost like an active radar to them, where if they're within a certain cone in front of the ship, they'll track onto it and aim at it.
Automatically.
Yes, you can set it up to aim at them automatically, as long as you
Fire.
keep them in the little circle. Yeah. Now, but gimbals, like I said, it takes down one size. So, if your ship handles size 4 mounts, you'll be shooting size 3 gimbals.
What if I got like a size 6 auto turret? Is that possible?
Yeah. If you get, like, auto turrets, of course, aren't in the game at this point to buy. But yes, if you had a size 6 auto turret, that would shoot it on its own.
On
I'm
your
assuming, I'm
890.
assuming what you're probably going to go with is that, yes, I think the largest gimbal will hold, like, say, a size 10. If the size 10 is going to be the largest, I don't think it's going to be, but if the size 10 is going to be the largest, your size 10 gimbal, and you'll be probably
The
be able to
size 10 will
get
never
that
be
size
gimbaled.
10.
I'm gonna be honest, the size 10 will never be
Yeah,
gimbaled.
probably.
What's the
Yeah,
size
probably.
10? What's gonna be a size 10? A
Idris.
sniper?
Idris.
Idris.
That's
Idris,
right.
yeah.
Right.
Idris railgun, Idris laser. It's called the Exodus laser, and I forgot what the railgun's called.
The
Is it
front.
like a laser
Alright, I'm
beam
back.
or?
And then do you need the power supply upgraded in your ship?
Yes.
What the hell? Why is no one telling you?
It depends, sort of. So every like, depending on like the class of the ship, your capabilities will go up in terms of the weapons you can hold. So, for example, an Idris is a capital ship, so every one of these components are going to be capital class, and like there's sizes to things, there is also sizes to components. So there's a size 1 cooler all the way up to a size 4, and then a capital cooler. And they all have different attribute, and capital's the biggest. Capitals are like in an Idris and big ships like that.
Drake, do
real
you want to
quick.
quickly just go over the DPS calculator for people that are
Yeah,
just
I
asking
was
about
just
that?
about to do that. So I've just posted in general chat. It's called Erkul.games. That's ERKUL.games. That is a ship builder, pretty much, that will help you build your ship in game. It'll tell you, you select your ship, it'll tell you what you can put on it, what components you can put on it, and then once you do build it, it'll tell you if it's going to overheat or not. It'll tell you if you have too much power, and it'll also tell you where to buy all these components. So it's a really, really useful tool for building a fighter or cargo ship or whatever. You always go to Urkel and just check out your loadout before you start purchasing things, because it'll help you in the long run of buying the right things.
Unless you're like me and just want to try out some new ship
we're at
loadouts,
the
even if
Expo.
they're worse.
Skip, are you almost back here?
Yeah, I'm in the elevators now.
Oh,
Yeah,
what's
so
over
if
there?
anyone is wondering, and you are on the stream right now, what we were just talking about with the DPS calculator and figuring out your loadouts for ships, I just posted up urkel.com. Urkel Games. That's the website that he was just talking about with the loadouts that will give you that ability to be able to customize loadouts and stuff without actually buying the items and spending too much money wasting.
Okay, so if people want to come meet me over at the MPUVs,
This shit is expensive. Oh my god.
The very first ships you went to, I'll take you guys into the final area.
Hold on, I'm coming to the Expo, but I mean, you can start with that. I can't see y'all.
Tim free.
You don't wanna die, yeah. No matter what.
Yo, combat, keep it here, please.
Combat.
You're wearing a
Combat. Check your private messages.
I'm drinking my water. What's up?
You're wearing a monocle.
Yeah. You got a problem with my monocle?
You look goofier than shit.
Yeah, that's the point. Okay, is everyone back over here? Space, you coming back over here, my man?
No.
Of course, it's gold.
Well, of course. What else?
No, you guys can go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna take you guys down here. So we're gonna walk down these gorgeous, lovely stairs, and we're gonna run into the very best ground vehicle in the game currently.
Fuck off. Sorry. I couldn't contain myself when you said that.
The Grey Cat!
This
golf cart.
Hey, Grey Cat's dope, bro.
No, he's talking about the golf carts.
Yeah, the PTVs are pretty much golf carts.
They even sound like golf carts when you drive them too.
They are one of my favorite things in game because I've had way too much fun in them before. I'm gonna be honest. You can have a lot of fun in these.
Looks like something Tesla would make.
Everyone, let's get a Starfarer. Let's put however many Grey Cats we can and jump them out of it.
Over on the right side, we have the ROCs. I'm not gonna do a spit on the Grey Cat, but the Grey Cat ROC, these are your mining ground vehicles. So if you don't know, this is a really good starter way for people to get into mining if they have transport. So the big thing about these is they need transport. So a ship that's able to fit them, like the Nomad, like the Cuddy Black, some of those lower dollar amount ships, that are able to transport these. The Freelancer can carry these too. So there's a few options for lower price ships that can carry these, but they're really good to get you started in mining. They are pretty profitable in the long run. I know some of the guys in here have used them before.
Especially now that they're fixed.
Question.
Yeah, I think someone did last night. They did a 200k run with one of these. Which, I mean, considering how much they cost, and considering how much a Nomad costs, a 200k run with a prospector is very fucking rare.
In one run, it is back.
Yeah, in one run, but if in one run with this thing, hand mining a 200k run, looks like it's going to be very possible. So these may actually be more profitable than even getting the more expensive prospector. The other good thing that I just want to quickly note out that I didn't actually know until then is the mining head laser is the only laser. So you don't need to go get any more lasers or anything else.
No.
The mining head laser is.
These are fixed. Yeah. There's also one more room that we're going to go into with 2 more ships in it. So then that will be the end of all the ships for today. Tomorrow we'll have a lot more ships, like a lot more ships. But any questions?
Can I?
Questions? Yeah,
hold on,
questions. Sorry, questions.
I had one thing with this.
Ash had the question first.
What's the point of getting this if you can just do it with the ship, the prospector?
The dollar amounts. These are a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper.
Yeah,
you know,
hand minables sell for more.
Yes, hand minables sell for more. So
at the moment, yeah.
At the current moment they do. But the thing is, this is all about dollar amounts. So basically, if someone wants to get into mining without spending the money on getting one of those big mining ships, you know, whether it's with real money, which can cost you around like $200-300, or in game, which costs you a couple of mil, you can try out mining with these first and see if you want to do that kind of grinding gameplay of going, finding minerals, mining them, and then going to sell. You know,
you have to buy it.
$155 real money.
Yeah, $155 is for a prospect.
And I think it's $4 million. Sorry, $2 million in game.
In game, yeah.
To get.
At the moment, so
it's speculated that ship prices are probably going to increase as the game releases for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's strictly a lot of things in the game are tiered based on, you know, your entry level, your moderate level, and like an advanced level of basically types of ships.
Yep.
And size and stuff like that. I will note one thing. There is some places that you can mine and then not have to transport it. You just can sell it there. Again, you have to find it. You have to explore. You have to kind of put in the work there to find those places. But you can also just transport it if you have a big enough ship.
You know, that's a really good point,
Doing
Killer.
that, human.
If you have any questions about mining like further mining,
we can answer those at the end of the tour.
Later. Yeah.
Yep. Any more questions on the ROC themselves?
Nope.
Perfect. Okay, follow me. We go to my favorite part. We'll go to the best ship for last, so come to the right side specifically. Follow me specifically this way, please.
These marble walls.
Alright.
So
Dude,
good.
this is a cool field trip, bro.
This is the holo table rooms. So basically, these are ships that are not in game yet, but are coming soon in the future. Okay, so this is where all the concepts and everything will be for the future expos. Like the Idris and Javelin will be in here tomorrow, and things like that. Okay, so this is the Space Tug. This is one of the more lucrative ships, even though it doesn't look like it. So basically, this is going to help larger spacecraft get in and out of atmosphere without spending all their fuel trying to get out. Like for me to get an 890 out of atmosphere right now, it takes about 15 minutes to fly an 890 out of atmosphere. For those of you who don't know, an 890 is a capital ship. It also cost me almost $1 million to refuel my 890 from zero. So I want to save fuel as much as I possibly can. These space tugs are going to allow me to do that. I'm going to pay the person flying the space tug a good dollar amount to get me out of atmosphere. So these are one of those ships where they're going to be really useful for larger ships, for capital ships, or even just, you know, pulling certain scrap pieces around or pulling stuff around. This is your hauler. This is your actual tug. If you look at the rear of it, you're going to see the tractor beam dish. It's folded down in its normal state, and it'll fold back up. basically that's how it controls the object that it's tugging behind it or in front of it, depending. Yeah. Is there any questions on this one, or if Skip has anything
Yes,
to add?
I got a question.
What's up, Scott? Psychotic.
If you're out of fuel, will this be able to take you to a place to refuel?
Yes.
Yes, I literally was about to touch on this because this actually happened to me yesterday. Especially note the start fuel fucking exactly. The start on his fuel capacity is very shit at the moment. So the good thing about having this in your own arsenal as opposed to having to pay for someone is that you can, if you run out of fuel or something does happen and you have got a cargo full of cargo, maybe something you didn't want to pass up like drugs, that's quite expensive. This will actually be able to go pick up that ship and take it to where you need to sell it and then sell the damn thing, and then you can just implode afterwards. But you can, I think this will save a lot of cargo, and if you don't have it in your arsenal, that I see is going to be the #1 reason you're going to call for these bad boys. You have a ship full of fucking cargo that's expensive, you run out of fuel, and you're a fucking idiot, and you need someone to be called to come get your ass. And I think this
Come
is
pull you around. You're calling this, or you're calling a refueler. You're calling one of the two.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Exactly. And if you own both of them, you're going to be making dollars.
Yeah. So this is a really. This isn't limited sale, so you can go buy it right now, and you can buy it for the rest of the expo. But again, I want to stress, anything on the holo tables is not in game yet, so don't be going, where the fuck's my ship? Again,
hey, where's my
this
ship?
is in design. It will change throughout its iterations. Normally, they stay pretty true to their form, but some things may be added, some things might be taken away. So don't take everything you see 100% to value. And honestly, these ships, depending on who you ask, are really close or really far away. There's no real answer. We're not CIG, so we can't answer that. What's your question?
Can this also
I got a question after.
Scrap ships, like destroyed wreckages?
That is kind of a gray area with the ship. CIG hasn't really said, but because there is scrap ships dedicated to doing that. Now, I personally think that you should be, if it's a tractor beam, you should be able to tractor beam anything, right? So I think yes. But I'm not CIG, so I do not know that one.
I think what you're probably going to allude to is this won't particularly be able to scrap, as in you won't be able to scrap, process the scrap in this ship.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you have like a large wreckage, you can't scrap yourself, but you have access to one of these.
I think you'll be able to pick that up. Yeah, you'll be able to pick the and take it to like a.
And again, all of this is think. Keywords is think there, right? So if you see where I am, I'm standing off towards the back of this room. I'm jumping up and down. Come over here. We're gonna come around to the best ship on the holo tables.
I was gonna ask, how big is this one?
The one
is this?
Oh, I will get there in a second, my man.
If you want to see, like, get some sort of scale size, come to the front of it. Come to the front of it.
The tank.
And that is one big cargo container of store supplies.
And everyone
knows no. It's as is.
Wait, it's not a tank.
This is not a tank? What is this?
No. I'll explain it all in a second. I'll just let everyone take a quick view of it because there is a lot to take in on this ship, and then I'll explain it all.
Small tank.
It has a bridge, for God's sakes.
What is this?
Oh, yeah, this is the Pioneer. I can't wait to see this ship.
Yeah.
This is gonna be really
So,
nice.
Combat nailed it on the nose. It is the Pioneer, which is known as the base builder of the game. So this is what will build cities for you and your orgs on planets of your enclave. Yeah, this little thing is going to build cities. Basically, you ask the size of it, it builds buildings between the two arms.
Oh,
it's big.
Yeah.
It's a big
giant 3D printer.
It spreads out.
I mean,
too.
that's not a bad description of it. It is like a massive 3D printer.
I have a
So
question
currently, yeah, 1 second. Let me run through the stats real quick. So currently it's labeled at 200 meters, but that's the old way of measuring. That's before they made everything life-sized. So we're expecting this to be a freaking large ship. Like, this is going to be really long and just wide. So this middle bit opens up. If you go check out the concept art on RSI, the middle bit opens up, the arms extend outwards, and it builds literal buildings in between its arms and then places them on the ground.
What?
Yeah.
What's the
Super
crew
cool
for
chip.
this?
What's the
Crew believe it or not, is
not
right
much,
now
eh?
right now labeled 4 to 8. That I believe will change dramatically as this becomes 4 to 8, like 4 people to 8 people. I believe that this ship will be a lot more to crew it in the future. I think that was them when CIG first went and like this is a great ship idea, but I'm sure it'll be more than that once they start thinking about the ship even in more detail. What's your question? I think Drago had one.
Yep. So
What's up,
you
Drago?
said arms. Where are the arms on the front?
If you look at the front, you'll see these two like almost octagon shapes on each side. There's
cargo stored.
Yeah, where the cargo's stored. See those two little jut out sides? Those are the arms. That middle bit will unfold open, and those arms will separate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this the ship that you can land other ships on?
No, I don't think you can. No, this is not.
I don't think this has a landing bay. No.
Yeah, no, it does have a landing bay. If you go to the left-hand side, it does have a landing bay and the landing pad. The reason for the landing bay and the landing pad
Cargo to get on board. Yep.
It's for the cargo shot. So I think if you want to get a bit of a scale for size, that landing pad, and again, just speculation, that landing pad I do believe will be able to fit a cat on it.
What?
What?
So that you can. I heard in one of the talkings and whatnot is the cat will be required to be able to transfer cargo and stuff to and from this ship, and you'll be able to land a cat on top of that pad.
So this thing can't even go in an atmosphere.
No. Oh well, no, it can. It can. So that's the point.
It can go in and out of atmosphere.
Yeah. That's the point of these giant VTOL engines. If you look at these engines and you're going like, yeah, okay, they're engines. These engines are the size of most of the large ships in game right now. Like, that's the scale we're looking at kind of thing. So this thing will be able to power itself down. Again, fuel is a thing, so you probably want to fabricate up in atmosphere, and then when you're going to drop the building off, drop this into Atmos. But, yeah. What's your question?
Well, how does this thing defend itself? Because I don't see any guns.
You say that. You ready for this?
It's
has
ridiculous.
6 size 4 pilot-mounted guns.
6.
And 2 size 4 turrets. With two size 4s on each turret. So
this thing is tanky.
I'm gonna look if you come to where I'm at and zoom in.
I'm just gonna jump in there because it looks like it does. I think I can see the ones that the pilots got, but I'm seeing 1, 2, 3. Oh no, you might be right. Actually, 4. I think I saw one on the other side too as well.
Yep.
So it's 4. I'm seeing 4 actual turrets.
Yes, so probably have some turret or some sort of rocket things. No,
no rockets planned. No rockets are planned.
No
on
rockets planned.
Okay.
It's purely missiles for defense. And what's your question, Drago?
So you said that a cat should be able to fit in that landing bay.
Yes.
So a cat is 115 meters long, and
exactly, that's my point. When I said 200 meters long, that was on the old measurement system. So if you know about the old measurement system, basically 200 meters was going to be like the huge of the huge ships. And then when they started building ships and went, 200 ships aren't, 200 meters is nothing. Hold on. And that should give you that sense of scale of when you look at a cat and see that's pretty much 200 meters. Put a cat up against that freaking cargo bay, and then multiply it by who the hell knows how many. Because of how large this is going to be.
It's about 6, so you multiply 6 by the length of the caterpillar, which is what?
I mean, 100,
Back to the defense of these things, they're not supposed to be flown outside of a fleet. They're supposed to be protected by the fleet.
These are protected.
Yeah.
You don't leave this alone because the construction components on board and like the minerals on board are so expensive it will cripple you if you lose this ship.
Question.
This is like a pirate's wet dream, pretty much.
Yeah. Pirate's dream is to destroy one of those. What's up?
So if you log out and the ship is defenseless, it's just sitting there, right?
If you dock it and store it, then it will no longer just be sitting there, right? So if you dock, when it comes to these large ships, you don't just leave them out in the verse. You dock them. You dock them up in a place where it has a big enough dock to dock one of these ships. So like a Javelin docking space, things like that. You're gonna throw them in there. You're gonna dock them, and they're safe. You won't lose them if they're there.
So I did the calculation. It's almost half a mile
cargo
long.
and everything.
Crazy.
So everything on board will still be there.
So
yeah, and
I just wanted to put another point out here. Currently, I think the sale is on tonight. If you do really want to get your hands on one of them, it is about $700 US, wasn't it? $780 US.
750 war bond. 750 war bond.
So remember the difference. The difference between the war bond and the other one is the lifetime insurance. I would highly suggest.
No, not lifetime insurance on these.
Not
even
on big vehicles. Yeah, not lifetime. Even though it's 10 years, do not do that. It is so much cheaper. The other good thing that this comes with, and going back to what you were saying about protecting this ship, it does come with a land plot. Which, if you are going to land this ship,
not just any land plot though. If I mind to cut in, it has a UEE land plot. And when people are going like, "What's the difference?" Yeah, so
okay,
I'm gonna explain.
I was gonna.
Can I go through this one?
You
Yeah,
go through the UEE
so,
land.
It's real estate.
We'll start. Yeah, it's free real estate. No, we'll start with what a land claim is. A land claim is an 8 kilometer by 8 kilometer plot of land, where you can build whatever you want on it. It is your land. You have purchased the right to that land. So a UEE land claim, yeah, no one can steal that from you. Well, they can blow everything up on it, but you claim that land. Now, a UEE land claim allows you to claim land in UEE systems, which means you can claim land here in Stanton system. You can claim land in any other system that will be UEE territory, which means you are protected by the UEE military / Navy, and you're protected by the UEE laws and things like that. So it's got its perks to it, and it's also a rarer find to find a UEE land claim. That being said,
I'm gonna add to. I just want to add into that. So when he was going on about the UEE and why he's probably stressing about the UEE. So when you do get these land claims, especially the UEE land claims, they do come with sensors. If someone trespasses and you haven't given permission to trespass on your territory, that automatically will call in the UEE to protect your land claim. So going back to protecting this ship, if you land this ship inside your own land claim and someone tries to come jack it, if you don't want to, collar it somewhere, you want to leave it on the thing, I don't know, to look at.
It's pretty much like a robust alarm system.
Yeah, it's a robust. They will show up with a fucking Idris and blow some dude out of the freaking water.
Hey, to
you
get
are under the protection just like the cops. The cops will show up and protect your land.
To get on a little
land claims are really good.
But get a little speculation on this ship. I don't think this is going to be one of the ones that you dock when you get off because of the procedures of building the bases. It's going to be non-stop running.
I think it's constantly running. I agree. But the question was leaving it out in the verse kind of thing.
It's going to be. I think it's going to be, since it's the most protected ship in the fleet. It's going to be at the center of our base where it's not going to be able to be destroyed.
It'll be deep in our territory is the answer. Basically, when you're sitting in an org like ours, that's 200 people now, and we're only growing. When we talk about like, what about my ships? We're a security org. Our job is security, right? So we will keep this ship safe. We have fighters. We'll have, cap ships sitting with it, making sure no one comes near it.
Can I add one thing?
Yeah, go for it.
That is also the fact that it's not like confirmed, but I think CIG is toying with the idea of people being able to create their own space stations. So
yeah, they are.
You can dock this at your own space station, and again, you don't there's your protection around a space station that has turrets, that has, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff is going to be capable, I think. Maybe it depends on what.
Anyone else? So we do have some people in the stream. So if you are interested and you are on Star Citizen today, or you're interested in joining today, I have just put up our link to our org. If you would like to join our org and like that, there is just a link there. You can jump on to Star Citizen and join our org if you would like to today.
So what happens if you run out of fuel on this? Who's gonna rescue?
Refueling
I
ships.
don't think a tug. I don't think one tug.
No,
Yeah,
so the thing is, the heavier a vehicle is, the more tugs you're gonna need. I should have stated that with the other one, but you get a couple Starfarer Geminis in to refuel these. It's the same thing. So tomorrow, I'm gonna show you guys some really crazy military ships. Aegis is one of the more crazy manufacturers of military ships, so I highly suggest coming on the tour tomorrow. I'm a huge fan of Aegis. I own a lot of Aegis ships, so I'll have a lot of information for you guys on them. The Aegis ships are crazy. Aegis has no bounds when it comes to size. I'm saying this now. I'm pretty sure the Javelin and Idris will be on the holo tables tomorrow. Those ships are huge. They are absolutely massive. We're talking like 80-person crews minimum to run it. That's how massive these ships are.
Yeah.
So and those aren't even the biggest ships in game. That's just the biggest ships that we currently know like are being developed. People always ask like, you know, what's the scaling system? A Javelin's a destroyer. Okay? There's a lot of classes bigger than a destroyer.
I was about to say, you've got, I think they are still running off. I mean, they have kind of like weirded out that, haven't they? With some ships, they've called them like, they called that little, was it the Pyro or whatever it is? Not Pyro. What's that?
Pyro's the new system.
No, not Pyro. The
You mean the big
fleet killer? No, the fleet killer thing.
The Perseus.
The Pegasus.
The Perseus.
The Perseus, yeah, they called the Perseus a destroyer, which I mean is very debatable because it looks more like a corvette, and I think it should be called a corvette, but they're calling it a destroyer because. So we are speculating when we say, you know, they are working off the naval.
Sorry, this is based off of what they have said in like money goals and things like that. They said there is going to be bigger. We know for a fact, like the Bengal is about 2 times the size of a Javelin. Maybe 3 times the size.
1,000-man crew.
Yeah, 1,000-man crew for the Bengal, and that we know for sure will be in the game. So there is going to be absolute cities of a ship in the verse.
Yeah.
I do want to also just on that. The fact that there is going to be 1,000 crew, do not just hesitate in buying those when you've been put off by numbers, because they are looking at putting AI in.
Well, there's 2 forms:
AI or human contractors to be able to run these ships too. So you could almost run one ship by yourself, and with a whole lot of contracting in-game NPCs running the rest of the stuff.
So how that works is there's 2 variations, like he was mentioning. There's server blades. When you hear people talking about server blades on a ship, server blades means how much computer you can put onto your ship, and a computer can run things for your ship, like navigation, engine maintenance, all that. It can monitor all that stuff, so that takes away from crew. And then there's AI or NPCs, which is like it is NPCs who come to work on your ship. The difference is NPCs you have to pay to feed. AI, or like the computer, is going to be more expensive on the upfront, but in the long-term goals, it's going to be a lot cheaper because you don't have to pay to feed it.
They had a crawling all dev about that today.
Yeah.
Hey Dre, you like my uniform look?
Yeah, I've seen it. I have that too.
Are they going to be implementing electronic warfare?
The AI?
Hold on. One at a time, please.
One question at a time.
Who has a question first?
Are they going to be implementing electronic warfare?
So doesn't
yes, EMPs. Sorry, I'm going to answer that first question first, real quick. Yes, we already have it in game. There's EMPs in game. There's ships with EMPs. You can knock out the power to a ship.
I'm talking like you can hack into someone's ship and then you can disable
the AI. Doesn't it take power?
Whoa.
One question.
Hold on. One question. Going back to the electronic warfare question, we think so. We have data running ships and things like that, which would make sense that you'd be able to hack it. But I don't know. I can't honestly answer that question. I believe that there should be forms of hacking.
I think they have actually said that there will be forms of hacking, and forms of data collection and data manipulation. They
Yep.
said they actually did say in quite a recent one, because obviously the Star Runner has been released, that they are going to make the game heavily in the space of data
running
manipulation and
Yep.
that kind of stuff, because you can already see that that is a heavy space in warfare today already, and we're not even in space yet. So to not make that as a part of the game, one of the developers said, would be silly.
Yep.
So that will be a heavily focused part of the game. It will be data management, data mining. That's why there was a lot of hype with the Star Runner coming out, because it is a data miner, and a very large data miner at that.
Yes.
So I have a question.
Go for it, Drago.
So you said something about the Bengal carrier. So
What about it?
I have a question about a different ship, the Vandal King ship.
Yes.
It takes four Bengal carriers to take out a king ship at least.
Yeah. So when it comes to the Vandal ship, I'm gonna touch on that on the Alien Day, Drago, because there is a lot to go over when it comes to Vandal, who the Vandal are, things like that. So on the Alien Day, I will go over all the alien ships along with the expected things that will destroy us many times over in the verse, like a king ship. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be fun for us if you meet a king ship face to face.
We got a lot of thirsty boys right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of people are lining up to buy drinks.
So,
but yeah, no, I'll touch on that.
Little speculation.
The king ship we're expecting to be multiple miles long.
What about our dreadnought? You think they'll implement that?
Our dreadnought?
Yeah, the
so
human
the dreadnought, the pride of the fleet, got destroyed in lore. So I don't know if they're gonna follow that through, or if there's gonna be a mission that all humans can try to band together and rebuild it. I don't know, but in lore it's gone destroyed. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, in the lore it's dead.
What ship is it?
The Pride.
Retribution is what it's called. It's
the Retribution. I call it the Pride of the Fleet because it was a one-off ship that's like multiple miles long, and it was just it was a fuck you to everything that came in front of it until it got destroyed by the Vandal King ship. So
2,000 crew, I think.
Pardon?
Question.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do about like hackers or glitches, game breakers?
They're constantly battling that every day. It's just one of those things. So, yeah, it's like every game ever. Everyone has to deal with that. One thing I gotta state, and especially for people who are streaming who are thinking about getting the game, I'm gonna stress this, and I'm gonna keep stressing this. This game is being built underneath our feet. We are alpha testers. You know, when you come into this game, don't expect the perfect game that is running perfect, because that's not what it is yet. It is being built along with us. The fact that we're able to go to an expo in the game is absolutely incredible. You know, there's so much to do in the verse, and it's still being built, but there's already so much to do to keep you to keep you entertained and to keep you going. You know, I just view that as bonus marks. Basically, you know, there's going to be bugs. There's going to be times where you're going to get frustrated because nothing's working for you. It's just going to happen. And don't get caught up being like, oh, this game's not working, it's not good. Again, it's alpha. They are working to fix bugs all the time, but at the end of the day, the game's development comes first.
And also, if you want to have an idea, hold on, I'm just touching that, Dre. If you want to have an idea of how big the plan is for this game, I'm posting on Janner right now a link of the star map.
Yeah, go check out the star map.
Just to check out the star map and try to find Stanton, that's where we are, and then realize how many
we go to, baby,
clusters of planets there is. I just put it on general for everybody to see it.
I got that shit bookmarked.
You might not be able to run it in game. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a RAM hog.
You might have to alt tab out if you're doing that.
That there just tells you how big it is. It fucking takes so much RAM. Just
again, there's gonna be like 50 something universes, or not universes, 50-something systems, including Sol. So Earth and all of the planets we know and love will be in game. And I'm excited to go visit my house in the future. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna go do with that. I don't know how they're gonna make that work out. If they're gonna turn everything sci-fi, I don't know what they're gonna do. But the fact that Earth is in the game, because according to lore, Earth is in the game, and we come from Earth, and that's how the UEE started and all that. If you're interested in like storylines and lore, this game is brilliant on it. I highly suggest reading up on the lore. Every manufacturer, every clothing brand, everyone has lore behind them. So really cool lore stories. But yeah, no, Soul System is in the game and will be developed, so we'll be able to go visit our favorite things.
Quick side note is one thing to note is that in the game as right now, planets are built to a certain scale.
Yeah.
I think it's 1/20th scale, so it's not going to be a full size Earth.
Yeah.
As of
I'm gonna go colonize Mars before Elon Musk can.
I'm going to Expo Hall 2 if anybody wants to go.
What's the schedule for tomorrow?
So Aegis, real quick skip. Tomorrow is Aegis. If you go to the bulletin board, I have posted there the times that you can choose between for the tour. Whatever time slot gets the most votes is when we're doing the tour. So go vote. And I'm going to be posting that the day before every day for each expo. And, you know, again, we'll be walking you through tomorrow a lot of cool ships. So I highly suggest coming to see the expo tomorrow.
We should do a picture before everybody leaves.
Yeah, we should do a group photo. That's a good point. Yo, Bear, you here?
I just want to touch on. I just want to touch on something really quickly for everyone that is watching on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the moment. Going back to the development of this game, there was a really good point that was raised by the developers and what like that. The reason that they're not fixing a lot of bugs that you may see in the game, the reason some of the bugs that piss you off in the game may not get fixed is because, like they said, it is just an alpha. I don't know who's eating in the background. Can you just?
I got it.
But it is just an alpha. It is just an alpha, so you got to understand that they made a very good point that some of the stuff you're seeing in the game in the alpha won't actually go into beta. They're not going to work on and waste time on fixing bugs on things in alpha that may not even make it in the game in the end run. If they went through every single bug that was in beta to try and fix everything so we could play the game, in alpha so we could fix and play the game now, they would never get to beta because they'll be fixing things and taking things out and then having to fix things and take things out all the time. So what they're doing is just focusing on content creation in alpha. They're not focusing on bugs. The only time that they will focus on bugs is when it is absolutely ruining gameplay to the point where we can't test anything.
Yep, exactly.
And then when we move to beta, they're hoping that all the content will be in the game, and then they can fix and polish stuff in beta. That is the plan for everything else, and I think personally, coming from an IT background, that is the best and most well thought out plan for a development of a game that there is. So if you do come into this game in alpha, just be aware that even if you report a bug, or if you are reporting bugs, have a think about what the bug is, if it is actually majorly affecting gameplay in any way, if it's affecting more than one player or just you, and then report it. If it's only affecting you, or if it's not affecting gameplay that much, then don't bother reporting it because it's probably not going to get fixed. And especially with anything new that comes in the game, they are actually very good because, I mean, they have fixed a lot of stuff with the Star Runner, but that's because the Star Runner is going to stay. But just be mindful of that. To have a bit of a think before you do go bitching to everyone and to RSI themselves about the game. Have a think whether it is going to be something that they're just testing and implementing in the game, or something that doesn't actually affect gameplay. They're looking for those big bugs that they want to iron out. But just be aware that when you come into alpha, that some of these items that you see in alpha will not make it into the full game, and that is why those bugs aren't getting fixed, or they're not going to fix anything that's very fucking little that they can fix in beta.
30K?
Hey,
well said.
Here's a last little tidbit. Remember, this is a crowd-funded game. There's no big production company backing it. This
Good
is
point.
completely crowd funded by the players.
Yep.
So the more money
also,
we spend, the more the game gets
They have
better.
EA a partner for.
Nope. There's no
EA
big
Access or
corporation.
something? I swear there was something with EA.
Berngella, are you here?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the photo. Skip, you want to sit down next to us?
Yeah, 2 seconds. I'm just.
I mean, even if they do fail, the amount of technologies they created just to make the game will revolutionize like the AAA gaming industry.
Itself. Yeah. How do I sit down again? Oh, it's the fucking.
Oh wait, wait, hold on. Berngella, scoot over. We'll do the 4 of us in the front and then a whole bunch of us in the back. Oh, NPC walking through. How's it going? How do you sit?
You got
it's an emote. It's an emote.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an emote. Okay. Player emote.
Also, Berangella, I can send the picture to you that I took later.
Okay.
Oh, beauty, boys. Line up, smile for the camera.
Hold on one second. Let me just line this up. Hold on. A second.
Why is it not wanting to let me at ease?
Sometimes the emotes are bugged.
Has anyone even tried that face thing? Does it actually?
Yeah,
Like...
it really does work. It's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Wait. Stop moving, guys. Smile. And let me get a close up of you guys. Hold on. Goddamn
Someone
NPC,
dancing?
get out of here.
Space. You need to step back a little bit. You're too close to somebody. That's why you're walking.
Hold on, this NPC is gonna fuck this up.
Wait, that's an NPC.
Fuck,
the
dude.
fuck?
Get out of here, buddy.
Oh my god!
We're getting
You ain't
photo
around.
bombed.
There we go, there we go.
There we
Smile,
go,
guys.
perfect.
One more. Okay, trying to get that R going in the back, like, looking good. There you go. Last one. And one more down. Got it. Alright, boys.
Again, thank you everyone so much for coming to the first tour. Yep. Check us out on Instagram. Tesseract_security. We'll be posting each day the group photo on there. I'm pretty sure Berangella will probably do that, as long as we'll post it in our general as well.
Also, just side note too as well, there will be a video up of something we do each day. Earlier, we are getting on doing so if you have a day that you can't either get on the stream or get on the YouTube, these streams will be live as well, and you can revisit them later on. But if you want to see a more tailored video that just goes over the things within 10 minutes, that is also going to be available too.
And there will be more put into it for the Aegis and stuff ships. Today we're on a time crunch, so.
By the way, did anybody else notice the thing pop up in your screen state